So welcome to the Journey for Pastel Pink. Let me know that you're there. I kind of posted late. I didn't give you much warning, but we're going to work with the ancestral blessings of pastel pink, which is an awesome color. So pastel pink is coming to support us at this time as we move through the changes and challenges that COVID has created. And it's an amazing color. It's a very soft color. It's a really subtle color. And hi there. It's nice to see you guys coming in, starting a little bit late. How you doing? So I'll let a few more people come in and we'll start opening directions together to create the sacred space. Hi Lee, it's so nice to see you. I can see only like bubbles coming up. Hi Karen, great, you guys are here. Yeah, it's been a really powerful time, and we're really preparing to step into the new year together. So we're gonna work with this really beautiful color. Okay, I want to talk about the color. First, let's open together. So creating our sacred space together, thanking the spirits of the east where the sun rises, and feel the blessings come from the east to support you right now as we have this time together. Yeah, beautiful. There's so many loving presences here. This is a really special time of year, and they love coming close, and people's hearts are open. And here we are. Thank you, spirits of the east. Now the spirits of the south. We welcome the blessings and love from the south and the joy. Let yourself be touched by this energy. Breathing in that warmth of the south and feeling that blessing return to you now. And now we move to the west, the place of the setting sun. Letting go of the day. We thank the spirits of the west for the support and love as we work together today. Fill your heart with that gladness and blessing. And moving to the north now, we thank the spirits of the north for their love and their blessings and support as we work together. Allow those blessings very strong from the north today. Allow that grace to descend upon you. Thanking them. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the guidance and help. And now we move to the lower world. We thank the power animals and teachers and allies for their love and their support, their guidance, their blessings, their healing. Thank you for supporting us this time. Okay, now the middle world, we thank the elementals, the air that we breathe, gives us life, the fires, the element of fire, thank you. The earth herself that holds us, thank you. And the waters which cleanse, hydrate, nourish us, thank you. We thank our local spirits of place where we are. We give thanks to them wherever you are right now. Think of your local tree. Give thanks to your trees or a special plant that grows. Thank you to the spirit of that place. And thank your true self for showing up on the three-dimensional world as well as the multi-dimensional world. Okay, thank you, Spirit of Place. And self, Spirit of true self coming in. Because we are living in the middle world, but we also are straddling other layers of reality. So thanking your multi-dimensional self for appearing in three-dimensional reality here right now. Thank you. Calling in all the parts of yourself from all dimensions to this dimension, this focus point in time right now, to blend your insights and wisdom from your all-knowing self. And we thank the upper world teachers, all the angels and saints, the high holy ones, the Christ Spirit. It's that time of year now. All the ages, sages and wise people throughout all time that have tried to enlighten and uplift humanity. We thank you. Those in spirit who are coming particularly at this time of change in the world, the changes that we've experienced due to COVID being an international issue and problem, like we are one world. We thank all the beings who have come here to raise the consciousness of humanity to help us adjust, adapt, and become more enlightened as the earth herself becomes enlightened. So we're tagging on for the ride. We thank you for helping us to bring more insight, more love and clarity and wisdom into our lives. Welcome, the blessed ones. Okay. And now we're going to call in also the healing ray of pastel pink. So pastel pink, thank you for coming today to grace our lives with more wisdom and healing. So the pastel pink energy is a very soft and subtle energy. When this energy is in balance in your life, when you're open to these streams, you are in touch usually with your ancestors. And I'm looking behind me because our ancestors stand behind, or we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors. Their spirit is around us when we call it in, when we work with pastel pink. We also carry all the ancestors in our blood, all the decisions our ancestors made. You know, we are the product of a long line of evolution, and we are here because of all the decisions they made, and that is coded into our DNA, we remember, right? So we are calling in the ancestral spirits now. Now, sometimes this is a time of year where you can feel sad if you think about loved ones you've lost. So the pastel pink, when it's out of balance, can become a kind of mourning or grieving that doesn't ever heal. When you're not in balance with this ray, you'll think of the past of like, well, it was so happy back then and I'll never recapture that happiness. It will never arrive again. So there can be a stuckness with this energy if you're not aware or not careful of how you're working with it. So you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be lodged in the past. But at the same point, we need to remember the gifts of the past, because everything where we are now is a result of decisions made before our time. And many blessings come through the ancestors. So what we're going to work with today is we're going to, when we do our journey, we're going to work with ancestors who've gone, who wish to give you a blessing for the new year. Now, the blessings that we're receiving, like we're moving into 2021, we're saying goodbye to 2020, but now we're preparing for 2021. So they might need to give you a gift to help you to move forward with optimism, with joy, with grace, with you're focusing on your gifts, like what you've come here to share, what you've come here to do. So we're going to spend time immersed in the pastel pink ray, in the sense of we're going back before we go forward. We're going back to collect the gifts and remember the gifts, talents, and strengths that you've inherited. You know, you didn't come here with nothing. We've all come here with challenges. Yeah, we all pretty much know our challenges and what's hard and what's not working for us. But what we're going to do now with pastel pink is we're going to look and see, well, what gifts have I come here to mastery. What part of my self-mastery? What are the gifts you're giving me to help me with self-mastery, to help me to move through the challenges? You have enormous strengths. You know, we often focus on what's not working, but with pastel pink, because you're carrying it, you often don't see it as an asset. You might not even recognize your gifts and strengths. We're going to meet with ancestors who wish to have a little chat. So we're going to meet the ancestors who wish to give you blessings, to give you a gift, and give you power, to give you a gift of power to move forward with the new year, to remind you of the strengths of your line. We all know we've been working through the traumas of our line, but now is the time to think about, please show me the strengths of my line that I just take for granted, but show me really the qualities that I carry in our unique family line. What are the gifts coming through me that I'm to express and share in 2021 with the world? What are the gifts? What do you want me to focus on? And remember the blessings. Allow them to talk to you about your gifts. There might be more than one, you know, you might have a couple. And you're going to also receive some healing from them. So thank them for the gifts and then say thank you and see how they return the gift to you. You know, some of you are not visual journeyers, and that's perfectly fine. You might just have an energetic connection. You send out that intention. I'm receiving the gifts. I'm understanding what I've come here to share, the gifts of my line, and the strength, and how they're going to back you up this year, you know, how they're going to help you to, you know, be in the world in a way that's really creative and constructive with so many changes that are happening for people with work, with relationships, with, you know, isolation. So how they're supporting you to be in the world, what the strengths you have, and then how you're supposed to draw on that, you know, and nourish yourself. You know what's going on in your life. You know what your challenges are, but you might not be. Let them remind you of your strengths and what you have to get through this. And, you know, visit with them and just thank them and note which ancestor. It might be somebody recently passed that you know, it might be something very far back in your line. You know, we're asking for the ancestor who is bringing you the healing, bringing you those messages, bringing you those gifts so you can move forward with your best foot forward. Okay, so we're journeying to meet Pastel Pink, who is creating this beautiful ancestral space for you to connect and unite with the strengths of your ancestors, to receive the blessings and gifts of your ancestors, and any guidance and information to help you move forward with new energy into 2021, and also to give you some healing. Okay, so let us go. And I'm going to stand up for this just to let the power and the energy through. I just let some energy move. So take a moment to integrate with that energy, allowing the healing still to happen. The ancestors are with you. The ancestors will be delivering that healing to you. So allow yourself to receive that healing. Let it fill your heart. And as we embody this energy of the pastel pink, we are also feeding it to the world where pastel pink is needed. Pastel pink also for this time, in the olden times, people thrived and survived with very little technology, with very little material things. And our ancestors knew how to enjoy this beautiful planet. It was less polluted. It was less of a mess, and with the COVID and the shutdown, we all have been pulled back inside. And so I would love to hear if you feel like sharing the gifts that your ancestors are saying that you're carrying. So we also, as a circle here, can keep that vision of each other, upholding the gifts and seeing you in your divinity, bringing forth those beautiful qualities. And you may have had some gifts come from your maternal line. You may have had some gifts come from the paternal line. You might have gotten a lot of gifts, but moving forward, and use the grace and love of the ancestors when you feel challenged. They want you to thrive. They want to support you. And yet, free will, we all have free will, so they don't have permission to intervene unless you invite them in. You might want to make an ancestral altar for 2021 and say, thank you. I know you've got my back. Thank you for helping me to live a joyful life. And they were masters. Our ancestors were masters of living like simply and joyfully. They had their challenges, but they knew how to enjoy the simple beauty of what is, the love of nature and what nature provides for us, and that gratitude, the simple things. And, our lives are changing and becoming different. I think nature liked us all being locked down and not polluting so much. So think about those things, about how the good effects of what can happen from simplifying your life and using the power of the pastel pink to feel not nostalgia, but remember the gifts of the past, that you can embody that and bring it forward and find new ways of being with it in the world. So I feel like the pastel pink, there's like a chorus of angelic, and I want to put my hands in prayer position, so I will, at my heart. And I encourage you to do the same with me right now. And just that we, as a circle right now, we see this ring of pastel pink, love and enlightened energy, wise ancestors, beautiful angelic forces that have the best possible intentions for this world. A ring of pastel pink showering, surrounding the world, like, Saturn has rings. Well, the earth has rings of colors from these healing forces and presences, and letting their soft pastel pink sort of filling the field of the earth's field, like a gentle mist or rain around the planet, so that whoever needs this energy can imbibe this energy, can be healed by this energy, can absorb this healing stream, and let their hearts be softened by the love of pastel pink, that deep love that the ancestors have for us. And activating in your blood right now that good memories, the goodness of the past, the strength of the past, your DNA, switching the switches on to your power, and that you are self-ignited consciousness, and that you are growing and evolving beautifully on your path, and that you know from inside where you're meant to go, what you're meant to do, who you're meant to share with, and all of your gifts fully ignited with the pastel pink love. and the hearts being touched for those who are missing, those who have passed this past year, just letting that love come in and wishing those well on their journey forward into the next stage of evolution. You know, the ancestors brought us here, and when we leave here, the ancestors again will open the pathway, the portals for us to the next place. So we can just enjoy this energy. So much healing streams, it's very hard. I'm not going to close. I'm going to stay with the healing streams, but do share your superpowers of what you're going to share in 2021. Just share, make a note here. And, you know, there is this love field. This is a love field, the pastel pink love. The love that the ancestors have for us and their good wishes and intentions to see us thrive and move forward in harmony, learning to live in balance with what is and to create more beauty and joy in this world. So I want to wish you a very beautiful holiday time and a very happy new year and happy full moon time and all good things. So yeah, we'd love to see your superpowers. What's your superpower? Your pastel pink superpower given to you through your birth line, your birthright that you came here to share with the world as we move forward progressively into 2021. So another thing that we're doing, which I just reminding myself to remind you, is that we're going to do a free 21-day taster of the Earth Band rays, like sending out one email a day with like a 3-minute guided meditation for each color and a little affirmation. So hopefully to help you kickstart 2021 on a good foot, you know, good footing. And it's a free gift every 3 days. They're going to change every day, but you can only access 3 days back. And so, you know, it's you be timely with it. And it's only a few minutes. And even if you just read the affirmation and hear the affirmation and say that affirmation to yourself to bring that power forward for you for the new year. It's our gift to you. We want you to feel powered up as we start 2021 on a really good footing. And yeah, and if you want more than that, we have a monthly journey circle we're doing, and it's usually the second Thursday every month. So if you're interested in that, you can just go to the website and check it out. But let's have a great 2021. Everything getting better all the time. So feeling them with us. I'm not going to ask them to leave because I want that love to surround and hold you and have a beautiful, beautiful time. And I'd love to hear how it was for you with the pastel pink. Anyway, in general, I'm feeling beautiful bliss. So, pastel pink magic. So good to be with you. All right. Thank you, Kayla, for sharing. Yeah. Nice, Heather. It's good to see you here. Okay, have a lovely